collard greens, they need no introduction, so let's get it. Okay, so look, first thing I'm finna do is, look, we gotta clean these, right? So I got me some water. I just put all my leaves in just like you see right here. For those of you guys that are growing from the garden, you're gonna have to do this process a couple of times. But you know what? I got these out here in California. I ain't gonna lie to you, everything that, you know, California got like such strict standards. That's what we paying for. These is like pretty much, you know, like clean, like probably 90%. So now I just take myself and I get myself just maybe just 3 generous pinches, you know, kosher salt. Get them like this. I move it around, let it dissolve in this water. And then I just take them like this. And I just, you know, look at them and I run my finger across them. You know what I mean? And just anything that's loose, like any of any dirt or anything like that, just, you know, just comes off. You can see some of these ain't like the best, you know what I mean? They done already took the impurities out. But listen, this is what I like to do. And then sometimes I put like a cap full of lemon juice, you know what I mean, inside of here too. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. So let me go ahead and finish cleaning these up. Then we're gonna go ahead and get to the good part. And that's going ahead and, you know, doing that, rolling them up and cutting them down. I'm gonna go ahead and put 8 cups inside of here. Now, look, I got the chicken broth out here, right here. Chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you guys are gonna be using, you know, for your flavor, right? Listen, you gotta put a lot of this inside of this, right? I'm gonna show you a cheat. Let me just go ahead and get my 8 cups of water. Okay, so look, I just put 8 cups of water in here, right? Now, this is my little level up right here. You see this right here? Better than bouillon. I take this and I put 3 tablespoons of this. It doesn't make no difference. They don't have to be exactly measured. Even if it's heaping, that works, right? So I just add this inside of here like you see me doing right here, right? This is where we're gonna get our flavor from. Now, if you guys have enough chicken broth or stock, you know what I mean, hanging around, you know what I mean, you can use it, but listen, this right here is a level up. It doesn't have to be smoked turkey. It can be ham shank, any of your favorite meats, go ahead and put it in. But I want it to be, I'm gonna just say this, for it to be like over the top, we preferably want it to be smoked, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead, bring this up to a boil. I'm gonna put the top on, because look, we're gonna give this a head start, because that's gonna get nice and soft and dissolve in the inside along with the greens. All right, look, this is real simple, right? I don't have to use a chef knife. I could use something a little smaller, but this right here, I'm just gonna come like this and like this. And then we just gonna peel it and, you know, break this off. Look, here, here, and then just break it, and then there we go. You know what I like though? I love it when it's the first time somebody made greens. You know what I mean? You just start thinking to yourself like, oh snap, I'm finna start making these all the time. Earlier I said, notice the placement how I did these, right? So got them here on top like this. This is key, because this is gonna help you when you go ahead and roll them up. Now, check this out. I just want you to take them, and you see what I'm doing right here? I got them, I guess, they going across for me this way. If they had the stem, they'd all be out to this side or this side, right? So then all you wanna do is you wanna take it and you wanna roll it. You know what I mean? Just like you see me doing right here, right? So that's it right there. Now you just wanna take your knife. Now this part right here is up to you, how big you cut it. You know what I mean? It's gonna make sense to you in just 1 second. When they look like that, folks, right? They right. So hey, actually, look, I was at somebody's house and they took them. Look, if I unroll it, and they made it like this. They cut these in half. It's up to you how you doing. But for me, I do them just like you see. I got some red pepper flakes. I'm finna sprinkle that in there, because listen, we gonna cook it all. Now, I got some cloves. You wanna mince them, you can. Look, I'm just gonna smash them, get that flavor, get them opened up, and check it out, folks. Take this, drop these in just like that. Then we're gonna take this onion right here, right? I'm not gonna do none of that peeling, nothing like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it like this first, right? This is a nice big onion, right? Okay, so look, after I peel them, you could just cut them down one more time, and that's really good. This was an extremely big onion. Once we get it in there and it get to boiling, it's gonna release all of its flavor, and then it's just gonna disappear. You know what I mean? This is the way I get down. You know what I mean? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and finish, you know, rolling them up and cutting them down. Then we're gonna start putting them in the pot. Super easy. Let me put this lid on so we can keep that water nice and hot and get that turkey leg nice and soft. Look at the onion. You know how I told you it's a lot of onion? All it's gonna do is continue to release its flavors and get nice and soft, right? Now, here's what we're gonna do. You take your greens, you know what I mean, and we just go ahead and introduce those like that. Now, I got a big enough pot, I can force all of this in here, you know what I mean, but I like to do it like what you see, like this, right? Then you just wanna get this and let this get on that some of that hot broth, you know what I mean? Might as well, hey, we just call it pre-liquor, you know? So, take this, because I don't wanna burn myself, you know what I mean? We just wanna get it like that. Now, I'm still gonna leave this on a high heat, you know what I mean? The reason I'm doing that, because look, we putting these greens in there, they cold, you know, just been rinsed. You know what I mean? So it's gonna bring it might not boil, which you can listen, no more boil, right? So we wanted to bring it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just add the rest, stir this around, I'm gonna put that top on. I'm gonna check it about every 30 minutes just to see where we at. You wanna make sure that you don't have it too high and you don't boil out all of your liquid, right? Your pot liquor is where it's at. Now, once I got this done, like I said, I'm gonna put the top on, I'm gonna set a timer. I'm gonna set it for 30 minutes. That'll be my first 30 minutes. I just like to look at it and make sure it's steaming just fine and we haven't lost all of our liquid, right? So that's done. Got my top. I'm gonna wait till I get it boil, then I'm gonna reduce it down to a simmer, then we're gonna set that timer. Okay, so look, now I'm gonna go ahead and take this top off. I can hear that it's boiling already. That's sounding good. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna reduce my fire down to like a low heat, right? Because I just want it to simmer. That's it. Once I got it simmering, we good right there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do something that I don't prefer always having, you know, vinegar in there, but look, you just want to put like a couple of tablespoons in there, right? Just a little bit. You know what? That right there should be enough. You know, don't forget the ingredient list will be, you know, down in the description box below. It's always down there. But this here, you want to give it a good stir. I'm gonna stir it again, but as you can see, it has withered down quite a bit. Right? So I'm gonna leave that there and check it out. Now we finna put the flavor in there with it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off of here like this, and I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons. Okay, so like even when you're looking at the seasoning right here, look, this is my A seasoning. You gotta get this. Look, this is for your lighter meats, right? Look, when you say meats, if you look right here, and veggies too, just this right here is fire. This sends it over the top too. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Listen, and you got alternatives. So some of you guys that don't have this, you know what I mean, don't have my seasoning, you guys can go ahead and use Creole Kick. That's what I normally make it out of, you know what I mean? I do it out of several different seasonings, but this right here give you that ooey taste just as much as everything else. So look, there's 1 tablespoon, and there's our 2nd tablespoon. Super easy, folks. If you want to have some greens, especially my new folks, you pick yourself up some of this right here and then add it to it. Now, if you look right here, I'm just gonna give it a stir. Now it gets real simple. You know what I mean? I'm looking at these onions, I'm looking at everything, and ooh, my goodness, folks. You know what I mean? But you wanna make sure that your seasoning and everything is mixed along with your vinegar. And you can see it starting to just wither and work itself down, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put my top on. I got it down to a simmer, and I'm gonna check it every 30 minutes until they're just right. Okay, look, it's been an hour and a half. What I did was I went ahead and let the steam get out of here. I waited like about 5 or 6 minutes afterwards so that when I vent it, the steam doesn't come up and get on the overhead camera, right? So look, I know you guys can see down here. Look at the meat right here. This is what you want. Now, if you use smoked turkey, you know, that turkey leg renders something, you know, renders this, and you know, inside of the meat. And this is what we want to get rid of. So I'm just going to take it out just so you guys can see. You see that right there? We want to get rid of that. Now, I'm gonna take it like this, right? I'm gonna shake it, right? I just wanna look at it. And then you can take whatever you would like. I can hold it here, since I use a turkey leg, and I can just get the meat to come off like this. But we're gonna take everything else out. Listen, if you boiled it and it did just right, you see how clean this bone is right here? This is all of the meat, all of the flavor. Remember, that was smoked, right? So let me do it like this so you guys can see it. Look at that right there. All of that flavor's in the inside. Now listen, if you knew, you should be excited. Now, let me take this part out. This is where we gotta do a little work. You saw the skin on there, we take that out. I just get myself a plate, take it, do that. Then listen, I get in here with my hands and I start removing all of this little cartilage type bone that's in here. If you guys use a shank or anything like that, you don't have to, really do this. All you gotta do is like just break it up. So we just do all of this work for everybody so that they don't have to taste it or nothing like that, and then we just move forward. Okay, so look, after I took everything out, you know, and shredded down the meat and, you know, mixed it up, look at that right there. You see how that looks right there? That's what you want. You want to be able to put some green in there, pick up some of that smoked turkey, you know what I mean? And then all of the flavors. But I know what y'all really want to know about, you know, and that's it right there. You see that right there? I know y'all want to know what is up with that pot liquor. But there it is right there, folks. Now, if you are new, you finna knock them out the park, especially if you're new, because ain't nobody seen you really make no greens. And then when you get down like that, even for a seasoned purpose, a seasoned chef or a home cook, this right here is just the way to go. They really super easy. I'm trying to make it seem like it's more than, you know, what it is. But look, making greens, as long as you use the right ingredients, you know what I mean, it just comes out right. Hey, with that being said, let me get myself a bowl into my ladle and let me just go ahead and put some in the bowl. All right, I got everything that I need, folks. Now I'm finna go in here and just get me a man-sized scoop of these greens. You and I, look at that. Let me just bring that over there. You see that right there? Look how it's dripping. You can see the flavor, the color, and all of that. Let me come underneath, and then we just roll just like that, folks. Hey, super easy. You know what I mean? Don't forget, you guys can like do a search on my channel. You can probably just put in collard greens and just check. Look, I make them in the crock pot, especially when the holidays come. You can have that set off to the side. Those can be working, but right now, we not finna over talk. We finna get ourselves a fork, and we finna dig in. But first, I wanna show y'all this. Look at that right there. If that ain't no, ooh, I know that ain't fair, folks. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that right there. Ah yeah, see how soft that is? All right, look, so come on in. Take a look at that right there. That's what it looked like in the bowl. And I'm tilting it like this just so you can see that. As you can see, I got this little muffin top right there. And hey, unfortunately, I made them and just started eating on the bottom, and then somebody told me like, hey, don't forget, you gotta do your taste test. But I don't care, any cornbread will do, especially hot water cornbread. That really works. So listen, we just finna take it like this. I don't wanna get that much, you know? Just get it like this. This is a man-sized bite right here. Now, hey, you know what I'm thinking about right now? For you guys that don't know, man, I really don't do all that hot sauce, all of that. But I can just see my family right now like, hey, where's the hot sauce? A lot of people like to put that hot sauce, you know, inside of here. But for me, we finna get down like this. Cheers, folks. If it don't make you wanna like clear your throat right off the bat, something ain't right. That right there is fire, folks. Woo-hoo. Woo, man, it ain't nothing like having that, you know, having your cornbread and then you hit it in that pot liquor. That right there, hey, look, once it absorbs, you can actually watch it go up into the cornbread. Hey, that right there, listen, if you ain't never had that, you got to do it and you got to come back. But I'm going to probably go out on a limb and say just about everybody that done had collard greens know about that pot liquor and that cornbread. Hey, with that being said, look, as you can see, it's like super easy, right? It's really all in getting your pot liquor together, right? So if it's seasoned right, listen, the greens are gonna be very absorbent. And then listen, whatever meat you use, you don't have to use smoked turkey, but whatever meat you use, I promise you that's gonna be it right there. Hey, now with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button. And I want you guys to tell everybody out there, listen, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes, that taking the mystery out of cooking. Hey, I ain't never had nothing that like just get me off my end game, you know what I'm saying? But this right here is fire, folks. I'm out. Peace.